Hi, we're going to look at questions from page 150 of the notes. Question 1, this is on dividing polynomials by monomials. Question 1 is 16a to the 5th minus 24a cubed over 8a squared. And what we're going to do on this is treat it as two separate problems, 16a to the 5th over 8a squared minus 24a cubed over 8a squared. Now these are two separate division problems, and the way you do it is you divide the numbers. 16 divided by 8 is 2, and then when you divide these, you subtract the exponents, which gives me 2a cubed. And then over here, 24 divided by 8 is 3, a cubed, a squared, it's going to give me an a. Let's do one more of these. Again, this is section 5.7, dividing a polynomial by a monomial. Let's do number 5. Negative 3x cubed minus 4x to the 4th plus 2x over negative 3x squared. So we're going to split this up into negative 3x cubed over negative 3x squared minus 4x to the 4th over minus 3x squared. I'm going to write it like that, plus negative. And then plus 2x over negative 3x squared. So the negative 3 divided by negative 3 is positive 1. X cubed over x squared, you subtract the exponents, you get x. Negative 4 over negative 3 is 4/3. X to the 4th over x squared is x squared. And 2x over negative 3x squared, well, that gets a little tricky, but what we did some of these not too long ago, that's negative 2/3, right, on the signs. But then this would be an x on the bottom, because you could subtract the exponents and get x to the minus 1, or just leave it where it is, subtract the exponents like that. X2 minus x1 is x to the first, which is x, leave it on the bottom. And you might want to reorder these to write 4/3 x squared plus x minus 2/3 x, with the x on the bottom. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is dividing a polynomial by a polynomial. And in this case, you have to do something called polynomial long division. So you guys might remember doing long division. Let's do an example of a long division problem. 17 goes into 92. Well, 5 times 17 is 85. You subtract, you get a remainder. There's a lot of things you can do with that remainder. You could say 5 remainder 7. You could say that's 5 and 7/17, or you could keep going into decimals. Well, with polynomials, there's no polynomial decimals, but both of these ways work, depending on how we want to write things. So, x cubed plus x squared plus 4x minus 6 divided by x minus 1. We're going to take x minus 1. And we're going to go into x cubed plus x squared plus 4x minus 6. Now what you do is you look at this first term and think, what would I have to multiply x by to get x cubed? And the answer is x squared. But then you multiply both the x and the minus 1 by the x squared. So that's going to give me x cubed minus x squared. Now you are subtracting, just like we did up here. Right, just like we did there, we're going to subtract. X cubed minus x cubed goes away. X squared minus negative x squared is 2x squared. And then we're going to bring down the rest of this and keep going. Right, I brought this down, I brought this down. I'm going to keep going. So now x goes into 2x squared. Well, that's going to go 2x times would give me 2x squared. You're trying to match those up. 2x times minus 1 is minus 2x, and we subtract, and we come on down. 2x squared minus 2x squared disappeared. 4x minus negative 2x, that's 4x plus 2x, that's 6x minus 6. Now we multiply, we think about what would I multiply x by to get 6x, and the answer is 6, which gives me 6x, but 6 times minus 1 is minus 6. You subtract, you get 0. So this is x squared plus 2x plus 6, remainder 0. That went in evenly. Let's try one more. Question number 2. R plus 4 goes into R squared minus 5. Now this place, it's really important that you rewrite this and put a plus 0R in here. Otherwise, you're going to get messed up following the algorithm. So if you take R times R would give you R squared, and R times 4 is 4R. Now you're subtracting. Those cancel. 0 minus 4 is minus 4R minus 5. Well, to get from R to minus 4R, I would have to multiply by minus 4. So I'm going to put a minus 4 there. Gives me minus 4R minus 16. And then we're subtracting. Negative 4 minus negative 4R. That cancels. Negative 5 minus negative 16 is negative 5 plus 16, which is 11. Well, R plus 4 can't go into 11, so that's our remainder. So there's two ways you can write this. R minus 4, remainder 11. Or a lot of times, the better way to write it for us, for things we need future in mathematics, is R minus 4 plus 11 over R plus 4. The same thing that we did here, where we wrote a remainder over what we divided by, 5 and 7/17, 11 over R plus 4. So that is one way to write this final answer. Okay, that's just a couple examples, and you'll note your homework for this section is also very small. So hopefully those help you to some degree.